Hey yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome into the Review of Rob show. Appreciate you coming over and hang out with me, man. Today I have a film review for all of you, spoiler free, of course. Film we'll be talking about is the Super Mario Galaxy movie. This is the sequel to the successful Super Mario Brothers movie from a couple years ago, which I had a blast with, man. Absolutely fun time with that movie. Loved it, seeing it in theaters, and then as soon as it hit Peacock, I was like, boom, watching it again and had a great time again with it. And then even before watching this movie, I threw it back on Peacock again, and just like so much fun and enjoyed it so much. I love what they did with that movie, and just somebody who grew up playing Nintendo and catching the references and the Easter eggs in the movie and all that stuff was such a blast and so cool and so much fun to where it got me very excited about this movie because just seeing what they did with that last one, I couldn't wait to see what they do with this movie and all that stuff. Even though I'm not hugely knowledgeable on the galaxy stuff of Super Mario and all that, I'm still very excited about this and to see the characters that they're introducing in this movie and all that. Um, which no spoilers. We'll talk about those characters that were shown in the trailer, nothing else, and all that. And just again, spoiler-free review for you coming up here. I'll let you know if there's any credit scenes, if there are, how many. You need to stay throughout the whole credits and all that stuff, but won't spoil the credit scenes themselves. Without further ado, man, let's go ahead and jump into this with the poster for you YouTube viewers. There you go, as I give you some details on the movie. It is rated PG for rude humor, mild violence, and action. Runs it at 1 hour, 38 minutes, and is classified as a kids' film, family, comedy, adventure, animation movie. There you go. So, stumbled on that, of course, as I am me. But there you go. That is the quick details there for you on the movie itself. As far as storyline, as we saw with the last movie, the Mario Brothers were successful against Bowser. In doing so, they shrank Bowser down, and they have Bowser in the Mushroom Kingdom. It's funny, you can see it in the trailer and all that stuff. He's in like a little version of his castle and all that stuff. It was shrunk down Bowser, man. And all that. So that's where we're at with Bowser. Mario Brothers a little more confident in the stuff they're doing. We see them going on adventures and all that stuff, and they're asked to do more work and everything. They go on an adventure and everything. And that's where we eventually find Yoshi, who we knew was teased in the last movie and shown in the trailers and all that stuff, which is fun that we're getting that character that's an iconic character to that world. So to have Yoshi in the film, voiced by Donald Glover. We all love. You should all love. Very talented man. And all that stuff. So we have Yoshi in our adventure now. And we're also introduced to Rosalina in this movie, played by Brie Larson, who gets a lot of crap, man. But Brie Larson's a fun person. Love seeing the interviews with her for this movie and all that stuff. She's a gamer. She's a gamer nerd, if you will, like we all are. And she's had a good time with this movie, and good for her, man. I like Brie. It took me a while to get over some stuff with Brie. I don't know why, but there's some stuff with Brie I wasn't a fan of. But I overall like her, and again, those interviews have made me a bigger fan of her. She's seems like a really cool person you want to hang out with, man. So we're getting introduced to her character and brought into the world as well. And another new character we're getting run to, who is our big bad, if you will, even though they are a junior. We are talking Bowser Jr. That's going to be our big bad for this movie, as Bowser Jr. is going on a mission to the Mushroom Kingdom to save his dad, Bowser, and put their talents together to conquer the world, as of course they do. Bowser always trying to conquer the world. Now we got Bowser Jr. on our hands trying to conquer the world, man. So that is going to be our story, and that's the adventure we're going to go through, which is really cool, man. I like the idea. Bowser Jr. is an interesting character. Again, a character I didn't really know too much about, but seeing the way his character works, and you've seen in the trailer how he has this paintbrush that he uses and all that stuff to create things, which is so cool and like such an awesome idea. And just seeing the way it works throughout the film, really cool. Liked all that stuff. Um, and Safferty is doing the voice for Bowser Jr. Does a great job. Works so good and so well done and all that. Um, but seeing that stuff and seeing the galaxy stuff and being in space and all that's really cool, and seeing the vibrantness and the bigness of it. And I didn't even see this on like a super big screen in the movie theater. I saw this on a regular movie theater screen. I didn't see it in RPX or anything like that, but it looks so freaking good. Like that's one of the first things to really talk about with movies. It looks so good. Like the colors are so vibrant. I mean, you look at that poster again, and you'll see, I mean, however it shows up on the poster for you, but it's so bright and colorful and big, and you got all these things going on. It's like that in the movie, man. It looks so good and so vibrant. Like some of my favorite parts are the action scenes, because the action scenes in this movie are fantastically awesome, man. Princess Peach has a scene in this movie that's so cool, like so cool, and so much action stuff. Again, the stuff with Bowser Jr. that we see in here, and all that stuff. The comedy still very good and top notch. I mean, Jack Black as Bowser was fantastic in the last movie, and now that Jack Black is like a smaller version of Bowser, and just hearing like the smaller voice and all that stuff is so much fun. Like the one that scene in the trailer where you see him painting and he's coming out and he's talking to the Mario brothers and he's like, "Yo, Luigi." What's up, Mario? So still not liking Mario, but getting along with Luigi and all that stuff, and just seeing that dynamic throughout the film is great. And then, of course, bringing Yoshi into all this and seeing how Yoshi interacts with some of the characters and all that. Toad, of course, still in the movie. Great interactions between the characters there and all that. It was cool and it worked. Like they packed this movie with a lot of stuff. Not gonna lie, but it worked for me. Like I still had a good time with this movie, and this introduction to the new characters, seeing how they all work out, and all that stuff. They still have some of the familiar beats from that first movie you got with like the Easter egg stuff where they do like a side scroller thing. You're like, yeah, because Mario games are mostly side scrollers and all that. So seeing that, seeing some power ups they put into this movie and all that stuff with the blocks and everything is really cool and fun. Interesting story, good enough story where Bowser and Bowser Jr.'s connection and all that stuff, and seeing, of course, Bowser's been trying to take over the world, and prior, can't say the word, but he was mostly focused on that and all that stuff. So maybe that the best father, Bowser Jr. still loves his dad and wants to prove how capable he is to his dad and all that stuff and the things he's doing. So you get that dynamic, that storyline. You've got the sibling storyline with the brothers and all that stuff. I'm not going to spoil anything else, but other storylines that are going on in the movie that are touching and good stuff. And I didn't like that Donkey Kong wasn't back in this movie, which isn't really a spoiler, but didn't really like that. I like Donkey Kong and all that. It's my favorite, one of my second favorite, themed land at Epic Universe and Universal Orlando is Donkey Kong's land. But yeah, I don't know what's up with that. But we got a ton of characters in this movie, so it's probably one of the main reasons Donkey Kong's not really in it. But or maybe Seth Rogen was busy. I don't know. But that's one of the downer moments for me. I wish we would have hung out with Donkey Kong. Just hung out with Donkey Kong a good bit in the last movie, but uh, I like what they did, man. Again, the action scenes are really cool and fun to watch, and just how they put it all together and how they worked out. I like the story. The story is easy to follow along with, not overly complicated, makes good sense. And a good time, man. Again, it's an hour 38 minutes, not that long of a movie, and I don't feel like I've seen some people say there's a pacing issue with it. I didn't really feel any kind of pacing issue. I didn't feel really any kind of issue with this movie. Like I had a fun time. Like again, it's one of those things where if you want to be overly picky about movies, you probably could. You can do that to any movie that's ever existed in the world, or you can just go have fun. And this movie's fun, man. Like I don't pick up on any real issues. All the voice actors are doing a great job. We got our returning characters, and they're doing a good job again. And then our new characters are doing a good job. And again, the story easy to follow along with. It's easy to pick up on what's happening and seeing it. It's easy to go on throughout the movie and see how it all works out and seeing all the powers and all the fun stuff and the action and the vibrant colors and everything. And again, I didn't see this on the biggest screen. Like I saw this on a regular movie screen. I'm still like, holy crap, this looks so good. So much so, I've bought another ticket. I'm going to see the movie again this week, later this week, as I release this episode on RPX. I'm going to see it. I've already got a ticket for the RPX screen. I'm going to see it on the big screen with the big noise and all that stuff and all that. But even without seeing that and still being as excited and entertained by this movie, like, I think it's good, man. Like, I had a good time with it. Critics are not the biggest fan of this movie, but audiences love it. And, take that for whatever you want to take it for, because obviously movies are, as I always say, very extremely subjective. But for me, good freaking time, man. Good time with it. Credit scenes, you got two. There's two credit scenes, just like the last movie. There's gonna be a mid-credit scene and an super end credit scene after all the credits have rolled, man. So you're gonna have to be through there throughout the whole thing if you want to see the credit scenes. But two credit scenes, of course, setting up things for the future. But yeah, I loved it. I absolutely had a fantastic time with this movie, and highly suggest checking it out, man. I know it's classified as like a kids movie and all that stuff, but again, I grew up playing Mario, so I was gonna see it no matter what. Just like with the Sonic movies, I know they're classified as kids movies, but I grew up playing Sonic. I'm gonna see the freaking movie. So had a good time with it, man. If you saw it over the weekend with this release, let me know what you think. But again, I liked it so much. I'm going to see it again in theaters on the big screen, RPX. I'm seeing See another movie. We got Faces of Death coming out this week. What a double feature that's going to be. Going from Mario to Faces of Death. But that is the new movie released this week that I'm going to check out and have a review for you next time. But that's going to do it for this week, man. So again, I liked Mario a lot. Thought they did a good job with the sequel. Not as good as the first movie, of course, but very good still, nonetheless. Like our new characters. Can't wait to see what we get with the next one because this movie is doing very well as well, man. All right, but that's going to do it, man. So, as always, like to remind you matter. You're capable of great things. Keep going forward. Give yourself some love. Give yourself some kindness. And trust yourself, man. You're capable of things, great things, and keep moving forward, and things will work out for you. You matter. And until next time, we'll have another review for you. But yeah, that's going to do it. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, week, month, year, and see you next review.